the question I want to ask is, what did you think when you read or heard about what was going on with Tien in episode one?
You said this place couldn't break you. That's what you said. Let's see. You're so strong. You're so strong. Just no. I know.
Ah, so many things. Yeah. I got the call in advance of
Mm.
shooting, right? So I think I had about 6 weeks notice.
Oh, okay.
SAG was still on strike, so we weren't
Mm.
filming. The writers' strike is already done by that time. So the three J's, John, the writer, Jack Bender, Jeff Pinkner, got me on the phone and told me the news. It was a hard news to receive, but they did such a way that I felt their love, I felt their compassion, I felt their encouragement, and they only doing this because they think it's impactful,
Hmm.
right? They
I
wouldn't
mean,
do this. They
this is
wouldn't
turning
do this.
into one of the biggest the biggest moments in TV. I mean, people are gonna be talking about this for a long time, you know? Like just the way your character has been built up, right? And then we've all gravitated to it, then being taken away from us, right? I mean, like it is gonna be a top, 10 TV moment of all times, right? Remember the loss of Tian Chen? I mean, especially because we look at Kenny, right? He's lost his dad and then now his mom, and so now it's just like, whoa, that's a tough loss.
Hmm. So and then in order to play those scenes, it's almost like I have to go through all those scenarios, what you
Hmm.
talked about, about because Tin Chen is so real to me now, right? Tin Chen is a real person, and
Yeah.
Kenny is her real son, and Jade
Hmm.
is her real second son, and Sarah,
Yeah.
all those relationships, all the people in town, people that go through her diners. She makes a point of talking to them and getting to know them, right? Even though she doesn't speak the language, but she knows a lot about what's going on,
Hmm.
right? And so it's almost like it wasn't that difficult to play that because those are real.
Hmm.
And and the death, it's so real,
Hmm.
right? So it's yeah, it's when after I took the news, once I accepted it, I welcomed it as a challenge
Yeah. Yeah.
because part of my thought process was, like I was thinking of which actor would play the death scene,
Hmm.
and which actor's scenes dying scene is believable. It's
Yeah.
heartbreaking, all that stuff, right? So I've gone through that, and I just thought, you know what? I welcome this. This is going to be my challenge because this is my final scene. I have to
Hmm.
die with 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. Yeah. It's like,
Hmm.
die with the dignity and give the best performance in that moment, for that scene. You're right. I mean, because people is gonna remember it. I mean, wow, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, everybody's been like placing bets online because the way the trailer came out,
Yeah.
you couldn't tell, right? And we're trying to figure out whose shoes it is, whose foot is that, and looking at shoes and trying to find a picture of Tien's feet. There was none, right? So a lot of people didn't think it was her because they couldn't match the shoes up, but it started this whole like scavenger hunt to find out who it was. But the one scene that I think gave it away is when Boyd was carrying the body, right? It had to
Mm.
be somebody he could physically lift up. And that's why I said it has to be her, unfortunately. And then we saw it. And it was wow. It did not disappoint on the shock value. I mean, the thriller value and just the overall perception of Boyd having to be there, you know? And that's why I wanted to ask, you know, I feel like they're trying to break Boyd by getting to Kenny, right? And they're
Hmm.
taking away things that Kenny has to hurt Boyd. So they're taking away Kenny's dad, you know, and then they're taking away Tien, you know. And how do you feel about, I guess, how does Tien feel about the relationship between Kenny and Boyd?
Um, I think I think Tin Chan trusts Boy, and I think Tin Chan um, trusts Kenny to live up to what she expects him to be. I think, a lot of the memories, a lot of the things that Tin Chan built for Kenny, um, it's hoping that he would do the right thing.
Hmm.
She encourages him to be a good sheriff, right? In one scene, she said to Kenny, "Go do your job. Go ring the bell when Boy was away, and go be a good sheriff." So I think she wants him to to have that high standard of what doing the right thing is. So I think, it's doing that scene was heartbreaking. It truly was, and yeah, I think doing the last scene that we had, a lot of people on set actually cried.
Yes, I can see it. Yeah, I can
So
believe it.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, losing one of the beloved cast members that we've been following and then that they've been working with, you know, for so long. I'm sure it was emotional. I'm sure, but your character might be gone from the show, but will live in our hearts forever.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I hope it stays forever. Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely turning out to be one of the best shows I've seen in a while, and I think the casting is great. I think the storylines and the acting is great as well. And I always tell, the people that I talk to from the show, I always say thank you for your contributions and what you bring to the screen, because TV was getting kind of dull for a while, and then this show came back up, and it sparked this whole From-ily community online. So happy
Mhm.
to tune in and watch you guys every week, and follow the stories. And the last question I want to ask is, there was a lot of theories and rumors that after, that Abby was right, pretty much Boyd's wife, that when people pass on From, they come back to the world. So do you think that Tien has went back to the real world and will maybe make a appearance later? What do you think is going to happen now?
Um, That's yet to be seen. But I think that's a really good theory. That's a hopeful theory that there's life after death. I mean,
And
in
Fromville,
any
yeah.
situation, yeah, in any
Mhm.
situation, that gives you the hope. So, but that's yet to be seen. But, to your point, movie guru, thank you for your support, and thank you for all the viewers for their support and their love, and journeying with us, because um it's this is my first TV show, and
Oh no, I didn't know that. Whoa.
so this you guys have made this journey a whole package for me, and I really do feel the love and the encouragement that you guys have given us, and the community, the family. It's it's out of my mind. I didn't expect all this, and this just making the my experience so much better and real, and it's actually fuel me. Part of the reason is to fuel me that I want to do better. I
Yeah.
want to deliver a more realistic performance for
Mhm.
viewers. And yeah, so I thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Well, it's been great talking to you, and we're all hoping to see Tien make it through on the other side, and we're going to be we're going to be the strength and the encouragement that Kenny needs to keep going in Tien's absence. And this has been a pleasure talking to you. So thank you very much. And
Thank
I
you.
will see you on in our hearts, and we'll see you hopefully again on From.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.